So at 12:45 this afternoon, San Diego Police Department was called to investigate an assault that was taking place near 50th and El Cajon. When officers arrived to investigate that assault, suspect took off on foot, and during that foot chase, that suspect dropped a gun, picked that gun up, and continued running. That chase eventually ended up over here. And as officers continued to chase that suspect, he disappeared in the yards, and officers began a yard-to-yard search. A couple of people who lived in one of the homes here came out and said, hey, we think that guy's inside our house, provided some corroborating evidence that led officers to believe that person was in fact inside the house. And officers tried to call that person out because he had a gun. The officers didn't go in right away, tried to de-escalate the situation, but that person wasn't cooperative, wouldn't come out of the house. After a couple of hours, emergency negotiators were called in, SWAT team was called in to bring more tools and more resources, again with a mindset of de-escalation, to take this person into custody safely. That occurred at around 4:30 this afternoon. So around 4:30, both SWAT and emergency negotiators were called to the scene. It is now just after 9:30, and the suspect was taken into custody. The suspect has been identified. Suspect's name is Tavion Harrison, Tayvion Harrison. He has 4 active warrants for his arrest, including 1 active felony warrant for assault with a firearm.
Okay. The first family was involved in the first. The people who made the call, were they injured? Like somebody.
So the initial radio call, we don't believe there's any injuries. That's still an active investigation as far as what that assault or battery might look like. That's still part of an active case, so I can't talk about that. What I can tell you is the house where this person, Mr. Harrison, went into, he has absolutely no relationship whatsoever to the people that live there. He is a complete stranger to them. He just appears he found the first open house to hide from the officers, went in and holed up inside.
Did he give up by himself? Did he walk in? Did you need to go with dogs? What was the procedure for the dog?
So no force was used. Person was taken into custody without any force, without any injuries, and we're grateful for that. Obviously, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of resources for this to happen. This neighborhood's been impacted for almost 8-9 hours now as a result of this. But the goal is preservation of life, and so we're out here with a lot of resources, taking up a lot of the neighborhood's time and patience, working to get this person into custody safely, and that's exactly what happened. The investigation is going to continue. We are still looking for an outstanding firearm. We want to see if there's any other evidence or contraband that may have been dumped inside that house.
Okay. And then a quick question.
Yeah.
From the initial call, roughly about how far was it? Did he run to get into this residence here?
So I don't know where the actual foot pursuit took place. The initial radio call was near 50th and El Cajon. Now, where the officers initially made contact, because obviously it's a long way from 50th Street to 62nd Street where we are now, I don't know what happened between now and then. I don't know if he was in a car, if he hopped a bus, anything like that. The initial call was over there, but there was a foot pursuit near 62nd Street.
For over 25 years, we've represented thousands of people involved in car and motorcycle accidents. We hope you never need us, but if you do, remember the number. It's easy. 619-333-3333. God bless.